just cruising up and down the canals, looking for beauty in all the right places.
One of the most fun things about this show is the fact that we start at Paris Fashion Week and we bounce back and forth between New York and Jersey and Indianapolis and Rome and Venice. We're jumping all over the globe just to tell this story, and I think that's really fun and exciting.
I remember growing up as a kid, we didn't travel. The farthest I went before I was 19 was like Texas. You know, the only chance that you have to go and see Italy was in the movies or TV shows.
3-4 Bravo J Quad for camera mark.
And so it's really cool that we get to make an international show.
Keep rocking, rolling, man.
I'm fired up to shoot the stuff.
I really like that it's an international thriller, I do, and there's a lot of action in it, and that's new for Ryan. I don't think he's ever shot internationally like this before. I was very grateful to be a part of it.
I think when Ryan took me to breakfast and told me what the show was about, he also slipped in, oh yes, and we'll be filming in your hometown of New York, and when we're not filming in New York, we'll be in Venice and Rome and possibly Paris. I was like, oh, that sounds terrible. My New York, my hometown, see you in Paris. It's really exciting to get to go to some of the most beautiful cities in the world and shoot something.
Getting to shoot in Paris and Venice and Rome, it was such a surreal and magical thing to experience.
You like them?
Yes, they're good.
Going to Italy was incredible. We started in Rome, then we went to Venice, shooting in places that you would never get to shoot at. We're at the Forum in Rome, Italy. It's unbelievable.
All right, everybody set. Go where you want to go. And movimento.
Rome is probably one of my favorite cities in the world, and Venice is just stunning.
It's a city on water. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't think you could get more bang for your buck in terms of a beautiful setting. Every shot we did over there was pretty just because of the backdrop.
I've really never been somewhere that beautiful. We were shooting in these incredible palaces. Like, I think we shot in one of the only palaces in Venice where you're allowed to actually light the chandeliers with real candles. It was just stunning.
And also we get to do languages. Like I have a scene in French.
C'est quoi la température actuelle du corps? Ce qu'il en reste?
And I have a scene in Italian.
Che vuol dire quel simbolo? Qualcuno lo sa?
There's such a film history in those cities.
This is the Madonna Bridge. From Like a Virgin, right? Yeah, from Like a Virgin. It's the bridge.
Fellini films, or even like Don't Look Now, or like, you know, just Venice has this kind of inherent drama to it. And you never get to shoot there. Like, it's really hard to do it.
The logistics of bringing together a huge TV crew like this in a place like Venice where there's no roads, there's no cars, everything is on the water.
We have a production team that's familiar with work in Venice and able to scout some of the most beautiful palazzos that I've seen and be able to shoot in them. But everything that's brought in to Venice has to come in on a boat.
All these pieces with the blood and the gore, I would put in a suitcase and hand carry it to a dock or a pier and get on a boat.
We were so lucky. All the international team we worked with were world class.
The constant effort to create a story with different contributors throughout the world and throughout different environments, I think made it really unique, and I think helped achieve a look and feel that is different than anything that's out there.